may have heard about some of these stories or people before, but these are books that tell you the real story. So cut through all the rumors and all of the things that you may have heard, and let's get to the truth about what happened in these situations or to these people. I love the movie Anastasia. Love, love, love it. But unfortunately, it is not at all historically accurate. Basically, the only thing that movie got right was that Anastasia was a Russian princess. Everything else that happens after that is complete fantasy, completely made up. It doesn't make the movie less awesome, but it's not exactly true. If you want the true story about Anastasia and what happened to her and her family, and the true story about the Russian Revolution, this is the book for you. It's really fast-paced, and it gives you an inside look into royalty and what their lives were actually like. But it also gives you an inside look into the common people of Russia, the peasants, and what their lives were like. Highly, highly recommended for any Disney princess fan out there, but also if you're just interested in royalty or revolution. So if you are obsessed with the musical Hamilton, I mean, you have to know where all of the musical came from. And I would start with this book, this Alexander Hamilton book. There's a whole series of these books that cover very famous historical figures, but I love this one because Alexander Hamilton has a very interesting story. There's so much stuff that they just could not fit into a musical that they put into this book. So highly, highly recommended if you love the musical Hamilton or want to learn more about this famous founding father. Poisoned Water is a book about a topic that I think we're going to be seeing a lot in the media coming up. This is the story of Flint and the water crisis that happened there. You may have remember hearing something about it. So this is the story about what happened in our neighboring city, and with trials beginning about the water crisis, this is going to be a very timely read. Everyone knows the story of Titanic, but what they don't know are the stories of the individual people who were trapped on that doomed vessel. If you want to know a little more details about the sinking of Titanic, especially about the people who were on the ship and what happened to them after, this is a great book for you. Soul Surfer is the true story of a girl who is a surfer, Bethany Hamilton, and while she was surfing one day, her arm was bitten off by a shark. While, yes, this book was made into a movie, the book has so many more details about the shark attack and what happened after, and her long road to recovery. Highly, highly recommended. Hopeful Heart is the real story of the Little Women. So Louisa May Alcott wrote Little Women based off of her family. But if you want to know what actually happened in her childhood, you have definitely got to read this book. For even more book suggestions or to request your own nonfiction book, go to www.cromaine.org or email youthandteen@cromaine.org to send in your request. Happy reading!